You probably remember the 28-day challenge I started. In this video, I'll show you the real results and the important lessons I learned along the way. So guys, right now I'll be explaining on what happened during the day 1 to day 10. So guys, on day 1 to day 10, the challenge was going well. My balance is growing from 30 rand to 50 rand. As you can see, you can also check my shorts, right? I was updating you guys every day. But I lost one bet that took me back to 48 because I was betting with 2 rand per bet. So right now, we're moving on day 10 to day 20. At first, I was consistent, right? I was consistent in my bet. I was betting almost every day, and I was consistent with my strategy, right? Then it lost once. As it lost once, that's when I started to switch strategies, guys. I started to switch strategies. You can also check on the shots if you really want proof and see how I was performing, the strategy I was using, the markets I was using. So I started placing too many bets in one slate on accumulate to the multi-bet. I was placing way too much bets in one slip, as I'm saying, and I was like breaking my rules, guys. I was breaking my rules at that time. So I don't follow one of my personal rules of which I follow when using my strategy. And guys, I'll also give you the rules of which I'm talking about, right? That you might use, and also add up if you know what kind of problems you have while you're betting that makes you lose your bets. So yeah, I think that I would get. So as I was doing that, right, I thought I would get my money back, but turns out I didn't. And I also switched markets, as I was saying. So that took me from 48 rand to 33 rand. So yeah, that's when I started to mess up. Then, right now we're moving on day 20 to 28. On day 20, I realized that there's only a few days left. And I really don't want to disappoint you guys, right? But I decided to take a risk, right? I placed a bet with Ethereum, which is one of the biggest rule I broke, betting with all my bankroll. And I placed almost 8 teams in that sleep. Guess what? I lost it all, guys. I lost my motivation, I lost my money. That's when I stopped posting, like at day 23, I think 23 or 24, 22. I stopped posting. Yeah. I was like, nah, it's not worth it to inform you guys if nothing was left with 3 rand. It was like nothing. I never thought I'll ever come back to 150. But the lesson I learned, right, in that series or in that challenge, I learned that if you don't stick on your strategy, things are going to go the way you never expected them to go. Like, if you know the strategy, like if you know that the strategy you're using is working, use it. And if you think it needs more time, give it time, guys. Do not try to switch just because you limited yourself to this amount of time. No. If you limited yourself to a certain amount of time, you should have calculated how many bets you're going to take and what are the average odds of your market and like things like that. You have to calculate them, right? So yeah, a tip: stick on your strategy, guys. I'm giving you a tip because I know I will say at the end, subscribe for more tips and strategies. Here's the tip of which I'm giving you today: stick on your strategy. So yeah, guys, that's the real results of which I wanted to share with you guys today, right? Just for me to be realistic and transparent with you, as I said on that video. So yeah, guys, these are the real results. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more tips and strategies.